Good morning. Just want to touch base with you this morning and hope you all had a great night of sleep. And I love y'all. But I want you to think about some things, I guess. Um, Yesterday, when I was writing in my book, trying to get this thing together, it's about the way things are going right now. I was just getting to a point where I wanted to talk to people about uh, recognizing everything there is because God created everything. So, as much as we may not like some of it, the bottom line of it, it all has to exist, or none of it will. So, I was getting ready to urge people to consider everything, the whole, every day, before you interact with each other and try to establish things. And it was like a vision, I guess, uh, but it had to do with the whole. The whole is not just what's going on right now, it's what's going to come as a result of your interaction. And you need to consider that because that's where the concepts of value, mercy, sacrifice, that's where they're really going to be exhibited. Your interaction with another person has more than just the sides of your side and their side, but also what's going to come as a result of that interaction. That's where mercy and sacrifice live. That's how you judge yourself. That's what really empowers your judgment because that's what's going to come as a result of your interactions. I saw this kind of as a vision thing. It was hard to explain, but it instantly puts you into almost a mind lock because you're trying to understand what it is you're seeing and why you're seeing it and what does it mean. That can cost you tremendous amounts of energy. See, people think thinking doesn't require energy. Yeah, it does. It uses massive amounts of energy, and it can wipe you out in a hurry. Our body was not really designed to move that much energy as quickly as our mind tries to move it. So we get fatigued real fast. Now, I know that it's exaggerated in people who've had brain injuries and strokes, but it's true for everyone. Most people don't understand it or never even consider why. The reality of it is that this fatigue happens to people who didn't have a brain injury or a stroke or don't have a life threatening illness. This is just reality. The thing I saw is also reality. You can consider it a second dimension if you or a fourth dimension or a fifth dimension. I don't care what number you give it. The reality of it is every time you interact with someone else or even with yourself, there are more than one side to the story. You need to consider every side. Then you also need to consider what's going to be the result of this interaction. Is it going to lead to something that is good, that will lead to more? Or is it going to divide and separate? Is it going to throw away value? That is reality. That's the difference between sacrifice and mercy, and this is where it shows up. It shows up in what is next. Not only in your life, but in all things, in creation itself. What is next? You're determining that now by your interactions. I told you that when God set this whole thing up, he did so with a purpose. The purpose was to allow you to judge yourself. We try to take it to extreme and judge each other, and it doesn't work that way. It was designed so you would judge yourself, and by your judgment, you will receive what you will receive. Everything in the world was designed to support that. So as much as we think we have control and we can change things and we can make things different, we can if we observe the rules. But if we don't observe the rules, then everything that we come up with is going to be a lie. That is one of the reasons why I say socialism can't work. It never will. It cannot work. Yet we still teach it in schools, in our schools. Hundreds of million people have died. Billions have suffered as a result of socialism. And yet, still, so many Americans even consider it a viable, good option. It's not. If you want to lose your country, then support a socialist. Then you will lose your country. I know people are thinking, well, what does that mean? What's the difference? The difference is reality. God created this world for the purpose of allowing you to judge yourself by what you do and what you say. It doesn't matter what other people do or what other people say. You judge yourself. If somebody else is wise, they will view how you judge yourself and hold you accountable to how you judge yourself by what you do. That's reality. That's what life is really supposed to be about. If we did that, perhaps a lot of the nonsense that we see, a lot of the bad things that are going on would end. Because people would realize they can't use it to their advantage to gain power over you. Or that you will refuse to give them the power that they think they deserve. They think that they should be able to tell you everything you feel, why you should feel it, how much you should feel about anything. Well, it doesn't work that way. In order for that to work, they have to destroy the concept of God. And that can't happen. So you may not agree with the name people use for gods or God. Some people see many, some people see one, some people see a triune God. The reality is God is God. He's through everything. He is everything. He created everything. He gave it to us. And he asked us to do one thing, make it better. How have you made your life better? What I'm trying to write about is exactly that. What I'm trying to talk about is exactly that. Ways that you can help yourself to make yourself a much better person. Someone who can enjoy, who can relax, who can give thanks. I hope that I will be able to finish this and get it published. The first one didn't go so well. I got it finished, but I didn't publish it, or it never got published. I'm trying to do this a little bit differently. Hopefully you will still get through. Anyway, I just want you to realize that things that you may not understand or you may not even see can be real. Just because you don't see them or you don't grasp them doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Just because it doesn't dance when you tell it to dance doesn't mean it's not true. I love you. I hope you have a great day. See ya. Bye.